A big piece of the illegal immigration puzzle that tamped down the numbers at the southern border was President Trump's Remain in Mexico program. Critics say it put asylum seekers at risk and are cheering on the Biden administration decision to end it. But supporters of Remain in Mexico, including Republican Senator Lindsey Graham, have dire predictions. How would you characterize what you see coming on the border now?
A show. It's going to be really bad. Illegal immigration's a business. It's a dirty, nasty business, like drug dealing. You prey on the hopes and dreams of some desperate people. The coyotes and the human traffickers entice people to pay them money to get them to the United States with the hope that they can stay. So that's one aspect of it. The other aspect of illegal immigration is that drug dealers and people who sell counterfeit goods into the country will take a group of illegal immigrants and have them surge the border, creating a resource problem so they can get their drugs and their counterfeit goods through the border somewhere else. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. The incentives that Biden is creating is going to reopen this business big time. It's going to be worse than it's ever been before because word is out.
Let's take the viewpoint of some advocates who say there are a lot of deserving people who need help and they should be able to come here and have a chance.
This is a disaster in the making. Trump was right about the asylum abuse. Under the old system, if you got 1 foot in the United States and you claim asylum, we have to process your claim, we release you into the United States. Your hearing is 4 years in the future. There's 1.5 million people waiting to have their asylum case heard. Nobody shows up. 90% of the people who are processed and released in the United States never show up for the hearing 4 years later. So what did Trump do? He said the following: Mexico, if you will hold these people in your country until the court date comes, I will help you pay for that. Guess what? The Remain in Mexico policy shut down asylum seekers. It went from being full to almost empty. Why? Nobody's going to pay $20,000 from Guatemala to wait in Mexico for 4 years. When the word got out that you can't stay in the United States, that they're going to send you back to Mexico, you're not released in the United States, the whole program dried up. Now word is out that the Remain in Mexico policy is being changed. So the smugglers and the human traffickers are advertising in Guatemala and El Salvador and Honduras and other places that the old system is back. Guess what? They're taking the people that were staying in Mexico, they're bringing them back into the United States, they're gonna release them like they used to do, and you're gonna turn on the faucet.
The border's already being flooded, for example, in parts of Texas and some areas. Drug trafficking is already up. But do you know the timing of any of this? Because something called Title 42, which allowed people to be turned around because of coronavirus without processing, the White House told us that's still in play, but border officials we spoke to told us it ended a couple of days ago. So there's confusion about timing all this. Do you know?
There's three, yeah. It's a perfect storm forming for the summer. So if you get nothing outside of this interview, by the summer it's going to be a mess. 3 things are happening at the same time that are going to be a disaster for controlling the border. Number one, we've withdrawn from agreements with the Triangle countries.
Triangle countries are Honduras, Guatemala.
Honduras, yeah, right. The 3 countries
El Salvador.
where the caravans come from. The caravan countries. We had an agreement with them that you could apply for asylum in your home country. That way we didn't have the problem of dealing with you when you got to the border. We've gotten rid of that agreement. We had a Remain in Mexico policy where Mexico would hold these people until their court date, which shut down the flow. We've withdrawn from the Triangle agreements. We're going to change the Remain in Mexico policy. Under Title 42, we have the ability, because of the coronavirus, to send people back because we're worried about the spread of the virus. Right now, they have the authority, if they want to use it, to turn every asylum seeker away, every unaccompanied minor, send them back to their home country. So when the COVID virus becomes less severe and the Title 42 restrictions on travel in the United States are lifted, they're going to do that and do away with the Remain in Mexico at the same time. It's a perfect storm for just 1 million people rushing the border.
It was reported that officials briefed President Biden this past week on the need to find 20,000 beds for an expected flood of illegal immigrants under age 18 coming in groups without a parent. In 2014, about 68,500 minors were welcomed, costing roughly $1 billion U.S. tax dollars to care for them, and almost as many came in 2016. The White House referred most of our border questions to the Department of Homeland Security. Secretary Mayorkas spoke to reporters this week, blaming the Trump administration for today's border problems, indicating the new focus is on a humanitarian approach rather than border security.
We are dedicated to achieving, and quite frankly are working around the clock, to replace the cruelty of the past administration with an orderly, humane, and safe immigration process. It is hard and it will take time. But rest assured, we are going to get it done.
We've asked the White House for an on-camera interview with an appropriate official to talk about the developing border story.